His next scheduled appointment to get out is in 2 years, April 2018.
51-year-old David Hinchy will stay behind bars, at least for now. The man who beat and killed 8-year-old Jesse Powers in Riverside neighborhood has been denied parole for the 3rd time. His surviving relatives are mainly to thank for that. They started a petition drive strongly opposing his release.
News 4's Marissa Perlman has more on why they say their battle isn't over yet. Marissa?
Well, Jackie and Don, David Hinchy has spent the last 28 years in prison, serving 25 years to life for the murder of Jesse Powers back in 1978. But every 2 years, he comes up for parole, and every 2 years, Jesse's family goes through the fight to keep him behind bars.
I still try to maintain positive attitude and be happy, and it's hard.
David Powers, Jesse Powers' uncle, has just ended months of fighting to keep his nephew's killer in jail. But he says he's already gearing up for the next crusade, just 18 months away.
I'm already thinking about the next 2 years. It's like, yeah, it's unfortunate we have to think about it all the time, but it's the only way to keep them behind bars and keep little kids safe is by doing what we're doing.
Court records show Hinchy choked and beat Powers in a boxcar and then threw him into the weeds for 6 days. This happened one day before Jesse was to testify against him for sexual crimes.
Not only are we thinking about the loss of Jesse, but we're thinking about, well, we got to fight to keep a child murderer in prison.
Tim Powers was born just after Jesse's death. He says there hasn't been much celebration among families since the parole hearing. That's because they're already worried about 2018.
There's always that possibility that something could happen where he could get out and the whole process will start all over again.
Family is now reaching out to elected officials to try and find out if they can do anything to not have to fight this battle in court.
We won the battle now, but the war's still going on.
Powers recently visited Jesse's grave to share with him the good news.
I told him we won this battle and I'm keeping on fighting no matter what. At all costs, we're going to keep this guy where he belongs.
Now, the Powers family started an online petition that drew almost 3,000 signatures, many from community members who say they still remember Jesse's tragic death. This petition was handed over to Hinchy's parole officer before his hearing. Live in the studio, Marissa Perlman, News 4 at 6.